Welcome everyone to day 4. I'm so glad you guys are here again. Like day 4, this is getting old, isn't it? Like, let's keep it rolling. So congratulations for showing up again and taking the time out of your busy schedules to listen to Neil and I message. I appreciate that so much. I hope you're getting lots of value out of these videos too. In the worksheets we're doing, we've spent some time and effort on our side to get these things all lined up to how they should be, or how we think they should be, for you guys to get the most out of this 5-day course. So congratulations. This is loving yourself, is you're actually assessing yourself, you know, where you're at. Like with day 1, we talked about the vision, and day 2 is the old me, new me, and the current day yesterday was like, what am I doing with my 24 hours? So we're really dialing in a little bit deeper today with called the focus wheel, and Neil's going to explain that in a few minutes. But before we get going into the day, I want to talk to Neil, and I want to thank him personally for all the stuff he does behind the scenes. And he has to work with this old handicapped guy with technology. And I had firsthand experience with that yesterday, because I had a couple calls. People my age couldn't get their message posted, and they were trying to get me to help them. It was so much fun. It wasn't that much fun, but now I know I get from Neil's end, what the hell am I dealing with this old guy for? But we have lots of fun, me and Neil. And Neil, thanks you and your team behind your scenes for all the work you do for us, because we wouldn't have this thing without you. That's for darn sure. So thanks, Neil. We love you for doing this stuff. So let her rip, Neil. He's pumped today. He's got a message for us.
Nice. Yeah, thanks, Terry. I appreciate it. It's nice to be appreciated for your hard work. You know, I'm the type of person that has a hard time taking compliments, but I'm getting better at it, and I really do appreciate it, and appreciate everything you've done for me too in my life. Terry taught me this Enrich Life stuff back when I was 22. And where am I at today? Well, I'm a co-owner of 3 businesses. I can live where I want, do what I want. We make tons of money. We have lots of freedom in our day. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm feeling good. And, you know, a lot of that goes back to the Enrich Life philosophy and way of living. So on that note, let's get into it. So I hope you guys are feeling good today. You know, it's day 4. So you're getting this video on Wednesday. So we're kind of halfway through the week. You might have started out, you know, firing out the gates, getting your vision done, this and that. You might still be rolling with it, or you might be at a place where maybe the old pattern, or the old you, or the old way that you've used to living, that you've lived for maybe years, at this point, you maybe started slipping back into your old patterns of the day. If that is the case for you, and if you are feeling like, oh my God, this is overwhelming, I can't do this, this is tough, like, where do I start? Where do I go from here? If you're already feeling like you almost want to give up, or if the old you is taking over, all I can say to you is this is just the beginning. We've done these exercises the last few days, and this is deep work, and it's bringing up a lot of stuff to the surface. And a big part of, you know, getting on your enriched life is believing in yourself, and just knowing that you got this, you can do this. Writing it down, you know, taking action. Today's exercise, and then tomorrow's exercise as well, and as well as the webinar, we're going to teach you how to tie all this together, and how you can really, bring it into your life and show up to the day. But it really all starts with, you know, really believing in yourself, and really starting to give yourself more attention maybe than you ever have before, and giving yourself permission to say, you know what, I can do this. I do got this. And every time that old voice creeps up in your head of, you know, you can't do this, or you're not good enough, or you don't have time, or that old me, anytime that old me comes up and tries to get in your way and tries to throw you back in your old pattern where it knows it's safe and it's comfortable, or that's the place it's used to, you know, we got to catch ourselves and flip it around and say, no, the new me's here. The new me's got this. I'm going to continue one step at a time, one day at a time, one small choice at a time, whatever it takes. But just believing that, you know, you wrote it down, and now you're reading and you're following up on it. Just hang in there and keep it out. And the journey always has high points and low points. And if you can tough it out through the low points and keep moving forward slightly, keep believing in yourself, don't give up, don't throw in the towel, that high point does come, and you will reach that other level. So today, we are getting a little bit deeper into the day. Yesterday, we figured out what you do with your 24 hours in a day. But today, we are going to be looking more closely into like, you know, the, you know, what's really working in your day and what isn't, what are you doing in your day and what aren't you doing, as far as as your enriched life goes. So you've already printed off your focus wheel worksheet. So let's get right into that. Just hang on one set. So the focus wheel, as you can see, it has 8 different categories. And we're going to go through each category and give it a ranking from 1 to 10. So just in your day, in your life, last week before you joined the challenge type of thing, we're just going to assess each category of your day. Terry, do you have the sheet?
I do, in front of me, yeah.
I only got the blank version here.
Okay, well,
you take them through each category, explain it, just get them to give a ranking and go from there.
Yeah, so the first one we're going to do is on top of the page. It's called fitness. So how do you feel with your fitness? Are you, if you're going to the gym every day and doing some type of exercise, you're going to have a high number. If you're laying on the couch eating potato chips, you're probably going to have a low number and feel like low energy, right? So fitness, how are you feeling from 1 to 10? And I want you to be honest with this. And I want you to make sure that you are true to yourself, because we're going to get a nice little diagram at the end here. So Neil, the next one's going to be daily routine. What do you want to say about that? I'll tell you what it is, then you can elaborate on it a little bit too.
Cool. I can take it from here. So I got the sheet up. So daily routine. So your daily routine, how do you feel about your day? Looking at your current day yesterday, that was your daily routine. That's what you do in a day. That's when you get up, when you go to bed, when you go to work, when you do your workout, all that type of stuff. How do you feel about your daily routine? Does it excite you, or is it kind of boring, blah? Are you feeling overwhelmed, trapped, or is it free, exciting, doing everything you want to be doing in a day from 1 to 10? So the next category is family. So looking at your family, so we got our close family, which are our spouse or our kids, that type of thing. And then we got our extended family, a little bit on the side, our brothers, our sister, our mom, our dad. I kind of like to keep it around those closest family members to you. So we're looking at the family category. So it's your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, that type of thing. What is the quality of relationship that you have with your family? Do you spend enough time with your kids? Do you spend enough alone time with your wife? Do you call your parents enough to talk to them, or would you want it to be more? Would you want to improve the quality of those relationships? How close do you feel and connected do you feel to those closest people in your life, from 1 to 10? Or do you feel like you need to maybe give more energy and time to any of those people? So overall, how do you feel about your family relationships, 1 to 10? Diet and hydration. So this is hydration. So hydration, every person should be drinking a minimum of 2 to 3 liters of water a day. If you can drink clean, filtered spring water, that type of thing, awesome. The more filtered, the better. Or if you can go right to the spring, right to the source, the best. And then your diet, healthy eating. So right now in your life, how do you feel about your hydration? Are you getting 2 to 3 liters of water a day? And how do you feel about your food choices? Are you choosing foods that give you energy and make life happier and more exciting? Or are you choosing foods that bog you down, that take your energy, that make life more dull and boring? And it's really cool when you look at foods. I mean, if you look at fresh, ripe, raw, fresh, organic fruits and vegetables, just look at that food. It's going to give you energy. It is energy. And then you look at something like a cooked starch or processed food, and it's boiled in oils and it's rancid, that's dull. So it's like, what types of foods are you eating? Give that ranking a 1 to 10. Now we're going to go to the money category. So this is money in your life. So what you do for work, or how you make your money. How do you feel about your bank account? How do you feel about how much money you make in a month? And how do you feel about your savings account and the trajectory, the path you're on for creating a sustainable financial future for yourself? So overall, are you making enough money? Would you like to make more? And is your trajectory for setting your life up for success financially in the future? How do you feel about that? Next category would be me time and rest. So in Enriched Life, we have a thing called me time, and that's just you spending time with you during the day. No book, no TV, no nothing. You go for a walk by yourself. You can sit in a room by yourself. You can meditate, close your eyes. It's you sitting with you, focusing on you. That's me time. So how much me time and rest would you say what do you get in your life? Do you get a good sleep at night? Do you feel rested every day? And how much me time do you get? Give that a ranking out of 1 and 10, your me time and your rest. Next category would be fun. So looking back at the last couple of weeks, last month, last year, are you having fun? Do you have fun in your life? Are you taking life too seriously? Do you get out? Do you take your kids on adventures? Do you do a spontaneous family? Whatever fun is to you, are you getting enough fun in your life? And here's the big thing. Are you taking life too seriously? You know, I always look at this and it always puts me in my place is one day we're just going to drop dead and we're dead. And you don't know when that day is coming. And we only have today to live. Like, how do you want to live? You know, how do you want to live your day to day? Because one day we're just going to drop. And then all that's going to be left is what people say about you and the impact you made on people and on the planet. And having fun and being a good person to be around is I think, a really important part of being a human. So are you taking life too seriously? You're having fun. Give that a ranking, 1 out of 10. Now we're going to get to presence. So this is related to like being present in the present moment. So how present do you feel with your day-to-day life? Are you constantly thinking ahead, thinking of that next thing? Are you constantly worrying about what will happen if, or what will happen when, or what will happen and what won't happen? Are you constantly talking about people, what they did in the past and what happened to you, or what happened yesterday? Like, where are you? Or are you right here, right now, into you, into what's next, into what's happening, you know, moving you forward? Are you, when you have a conversation, people, are you deadlocked in the eyes, really listening to them, not just listening to the words, but listening to how they feel and picking up those subtle things? Are you really tuning into the people around you and into your own life and into yourself? Are you present with yourself? Do you ever mindlessly go on your cell phone? Do you ever mindlessly eat, the foods that aren't good for you? That, how present are you with yourself and with life? So that completes the focus wheel. So at this point, you should have a ranking for every category. And at this point, you might be feeling like, holy crap, I got some work to do. No wonder I'm out of whack. Or you might be feeling like, oh, this is looking pretty good. So now what we want to do, so it's a focus wheel. So the goal is to get it to roll. So I just want you guys to connect each dot with a line. So from fitness to daily routine, connect that dot. From daily routine to family, connect the dot to the dot with the line. And at the end, you're going to get a shape. And then I'll let Terry explain to you more about what you do with your focus wheel and how to read it.
Thanks, Neil. Good job. The shape. So once you join your dots, you're going to have a shape. And I bet you $100 bill that it's not a round circle. Because every one we do with our clients the first time is not a round circle. We get flat tires, we get stars, we get all kinds of shapes, people tell us, and that's great. The goal in this exercise is not to get 10 in every category. The goal in this exercise is to get you aware of where you're at in each category, and then you pick 1 or 2 or 3 where you want to start to get that shape up. So if the goal might be just to get 3s in every category, and 4s and 5s eventually, my focus wheel is normally 8s to 9s. I never give myself a 10 for some reason. The odd time I will give 10, but I got to be really on my game to get a 10 because I'm kind of hard on myself. But our goal is to keep that thing as round as we can. And after 3 or 4 sessions of us coaching people, their circle does get rounder. And then it kind of fades away sometimes in some categories, but it's an awareness thing. And it depends what's going on in your life, and things change too. So I love this thing. I created this thing back in 8 years ago. I remember people at my house, and I was making them draw this circle and rating it and do it. So this circle has come a long way thanks to Neil's help with creativity with his team. And I love this thing, and we use it a lot. So, and it's just good. And I do it at least once a month, if not twice a month for myself. So it's just a check-in, and it's an awareness, and then you pick where you want to go with it. So quite simple. And like I said, the goal is just to get it more around. So any comments, Neil?
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, like Terry said, if you were to roll your wheel, the current wheel that you have down the road, where is it stopping? And that's why you might feel stuck in life. And that's why you might feel stagnant, because of one of the categories might be too low, this or that. And that's the category you got to start working on. So again, this is all awareness about figuring out what is working for you and what isn't working, and what you're going to need to start working on and incorporate into your daily routine. So now that the focus wheel is done, we can head into the question of the day. So this is the question. You can leave your answer below the video in the comment section. You'll get another entry to win the free all-inclusive 3-day trip to Terry's retreat home in Arizona. We also have a bunch of other prizes that we've come up with that we're going to be giving away as well. So you'll get entered to win one of the prizes, the big prize being the trip. So answer this question, leave your comment below. The question for day 4 is, what are 3 habits you're going to stop doing? And what are 3 new habits you're going to start doing? That's the question. What are 3 habits you're going to stop doing? And what are 3 new habits in the day you're going to start doing? So we've been able to look at our current day. We've been able to assess our focus wheel. You should have a very good idea of what your current day, 24 hours, looks like. You should have a good idea of what you know you need to be focusing on stopping, and you should have a good idea of what you know you need to be starting. So what we want to see, what are 3 new habits you're going to stop doing, and 3 new habits that you're going to start doing. You can leave your comment your answer in the comment section below.
Cool. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, it's like the old me, new me, right? So the old me is the habits you want to stop, and the new me are the habits you want to start. So it's that simple. So I'm sure we'll get lots of different answers out there. I can't wait to see them all. So we've been very active in the Facebook page, which is nice. It's nice to see the comments and the questions, and people are actually talking about their concerns and their struggles and being honest with themselves, and getting it out there. Telling our story is huge, right? So, and that just helps us inside to vent a little bit and get that stuff out of us and on pages, on paper, and other people see it, and that's good. You're telling your story, and the more you tell your story, the better. And tomorrow night, Neil and I are going to do a bonus webinar, and it's going to be live. So we'll do our Friday morning a video like this, so you'll get it in your inbox Thursday night like normal. Friday night, we're going to do the video, the webinar, sorry. And that's when we're going to draw for the prize for the Arizona All-Inclusive. And we also have 2 other big bonuses there. And if you watch it live, you can get some extra bonuses out of that. And there's some in there I'm not even telling Neil what they are, so I'm going to keep him on the edge of his seat a little bit. So he calls me crazy sometimes, but I like that. I know I love giving stuff away. And actually, Nancy's worse. She loves giving stuff away even more than I do. So she'll come up with some ideas for us too, I'm sure. So anyway, I hope you had a good session today. So be focused. Let's get our comments in our section there to those old habits and the new habits, and go from there. And on that webinar thing, we will email you probably Friday morning and tell you the link to sign up. And it's going to be through Zoom, so you can participate live with us. And we'll be there live, and it's going to start at 7 o'clock Central Time, or Saskatchewan time, you could say. It'll be 7 o'clock, and then you'll have to adjust your times wherever the zone you're in. So it'll be like that, and that'll all be in the email. So is that good, Neil?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks everybody for participating. Thank you for making it this far to day 4, for those of you that have made it, and keep her rolling. Believe in yourself, keep going. This work might feel like you're being kind of stripped naked a little bit right now, but that's good. That's what we want, because that's how we're going to strip it down and rebuild it. And that's how you create those new results in your life. So thank you so much for making it this far.
Okay, thanks everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.